Okay, so in a bit of a different recording style, I'm recording this after the fact here. Um, I initially started the recordings for these games, without my mic correctly picked up by OBS. So you're gonna enjoy a very, very peaceful first two games here with none of my audio. The games ultimately went pretty well. This is a pretty nice deck. It is positioned to play well against the card draw hate decks that we've been seeing a lot of. These are the decks that are running Orcish Bowmaster, Shieldred, and then the One Ring out of the sideboard. And basically what we want to do is to be able to quickly answer the One Ring and then to pressure our opponents in the same way that they'll be doing with the card draw hate here. But we also want to have like some other avenues to success with things like Kroxa in the as a one of escape card in this deck so that we can have game when we go long and eventually draw him. We're also running Jarsel to make use of the fact that this deck has a really good 1, 2, 3, 4 curve where there's a lot of hits in each, and Jarsel can cast something from the graveyard basically for 4 turns for free, which is nice. Getting a Thoughtseize into Jarsel into Thoughtseize again is pretty cool. So it's nice to be able to reuse those kind of spells. And to get a Bowmaster's back, like high value targets like that, Terra Sunder to remove opponent's One Rings, Undercity Plunder to make our opponent discard a card and then allow us to potentially draw another one back. All these things are pretty good. Abrade stops creatures, kills Charbelchers, Liquid Metal Coatings, Karn, that's a lock that you know of. And then of course we have Crucius as a kind of glue piece to find the creatures and spells that we need. It's a pretty tight deck. We got a little Karn board here. It's all the classics. We got Tormod's Crypt for the hate. We have Pithing Needle for things like Belcher, for things like the One Ring. We got Liquid Metal Coating for a Karn, like a one card inclusive Karn lock. We got Cosmos Elixir for the late game. I've been pretty high on this card lately because while it does trigger things like Bowmasters and Shieldred, once you go under 20 life, it just becomes like a pretty solid card. Like it changes modes and it keeps you generally pretty healthy. So the 2 life in Scry 1 when you're under 20 life is pretty solid, especially for this deck that doesn't play any life gain. Of course, we have to be playing at least one ring. We have a single one out of the sideboard right now. Platinum Angel to stay alive, and Portal to Phyrexia in case we need to kill some big creatures and reanimate them. So this is Anti-Draw Hate, the Jund deck that we're playing to hopefully have a good record against the One Ring decks. Let's hop into some games and see how it goes. Enjoy the first 2 without voice, and then halfway through the third one, I figure out what's wrong and turn on my mic. So enjoy that. Let's hop into some games. And before we do, if you are new here, you can subscribe to support the channel. If you are already a subscriber, like helps me out a lot. Let's hop into some games and try to beat our opponents. Here we go.
answer. Evil cannot withstand a righteous arm. Some solutions must be built.
Alright, and I realize that I've been muted this whole time, so hopefully the games have not been too annoying for you. We have 4 lands here now, which is good. I'm going to definitely chalk a Stomping Ground and offer a trade for Soul Warden. And I can actually remove Flowering at any time with Terra Sunder. Well, that's fine. Wait for them to attack. Okay, Horn of the Mark, that's cool. Surprising amount of enchantments here, so they need to attack to get their triggers. I'm holding up Orcish Bowmasters if they decide to do that. Here's Bowmasters for Soul Warden. We're gonna bonk that. They gain their life, that's fine. And we do get our trade-off. Cleric class can bring it back, but hopefully that won't happen for a while. And now we have Thoughtseize here. I'm thinking that I'll Thoughtseize first and see if I need to shock this land in. They just have plans, that's huge. So that means I can play this one slow. And we get in. Opponent kept a 1 creature hand in a deck of quite a lot of artifacts and enchantments. I would like to hold up Terra Sunder for when they inevitably plus their Cleric class to level 3 next turn. So that means I can play a Liquid Metal Coating now, if I shock. And then I can still hold up Terra Sunder. Karn coming down will make this pretty solid as well. So let's see if this is a Cleric class activation. It is. Alright, and then this will not become level 3 because it will be dead. And that should fizzle their activated ability. Nice. And here we go with the good old strategy of Karn plus Liquid Metal Coating. Liquid Metal Plains, and now they're going to be stuck on 4 lands until they can kill something. And right, it's because Flowering of the White Tree is a thing that exists, so I'm gonna have to kill that. Alright, so I've given them a 1/1 Plains, that's very cool. Let's see what they can do with that. That actually does trigger their Horn of the Mark, doesn't it? That's pretty funny. Okay, so we'll need to kill the Flowering of the White Tree. I will definitely go ahead and do that now. There that goes, and we also get a Crucius out, which is good. Liquid Metal on one of the planes. Now they'll be stuck at 5 lands. That's a little bit better for them. This is definitely a playable amount of lands. Luckily, Crucius does keep this Karn alive. We'll go Greater for a more impactful spell, and Shieldred is a good one. Karn can find me a 1 ring as well. They've got double Horn. That's something, but they're going to need to top deck a more impactful spell than that. So let's see, this puts me at 4/7 mana. I don't really have a good 3 cost thing to do. I think I'll just continue to minimize the amount of lands that they have. And here's a Shieldred. Won't attack with Crucius, we'll just go to the unstep. No card to discard, but that's fine. We got pressure in the form of Shieldred now. They are staying alive in terms of lands. If I don't find something to play here, I'll minus with Karn. Looks like I will minus with Karn. And we have how much mana? 4, 7, 8. I do have Portal if I were to draw something, but I think at this point I'm just going to, I'll 1 ring, I guess. This does keep my life total respectable. And this means that I can swing in with everybody. They take it. I'm actually going to discard this Crucius, I think. Let's go Greater. I want to find something good here. I'm not going to Liquid Metal a land. They're going to be able to play whatever. They're getting really unlucky on draws. I've been in their shoes before, and this is not an ideal situation. Okay, Karn gets beaten down. Now they can't trade with Crucius, which is convenient for me. Let's go land. One ring activation. We're just going to swing for the fences here. Gain life. And opponent basically would have been dead. I fatal push their creature. They go to 3, take 2 from Shieldred, and then it's not that far off from there. So we made it. That was our round 3. Let's hop into round 4 right now. Here we go. Alright, it's round 4. We have Thoughtseize and Bowmasters and a Crucius. All these things are pretty good. I say we keep. Question is, do we want to hold up Bowmasters or get a quick Blood Crypt? I see our opponent has mulligan, so I'm probably just going to Thoughtseize turn 1. Plus, if I just get a land later, I can just ramp into Crucius. Pay 2 life, Thoughtseize. What do you got? Mono black. Okay, so it's Nazgul and Orcish Bowmasters. We take the Orcish Bowmasters every time. Potentially not a smart move. I actually could have used my own Orcish Bowmasters to deal with theirs. The Nazguls, those might be annoying. We always have Terra Sunder. Undercity Plunder is actually better, I would say. We want to see if we can get a land for ourselves anyway, so. Bowmasters, sure, so they are going to have me discard, I believe. And now we'll just have to make sure that we Bowmasters ourselves in order to get rid of theirs. So they'll give me my draw, it sounds like. Or it's not a draw, it's a Conjure. And we do get a Thoughtseize, so we know they're playing that. Full Nazgul skin. And we take 2 here. Getting a land here is nice. I can get a Thoughtseize for free now with Jarsel, and then another Undercity Plunder. So I think I do like the idea of doing this. Jarsel will just see if he can be the best blocker that he can be. I might just take a Nazgul here. Oh, it has to be Eliminate now. So they are going to get their Nazgul. That's okay. We have backup Thoughtseize for next turn, or if they ever draw another card. I'm not really worried about my life total because I have Shieldred in hand. Nazgul, sure. They're going to get big. Double trigger. And that's going to start to hurt pretty soon. I'm not going to block. We want to have our potential Conjure here. Or it will be a Conjure. So let's see. Shieldred. That's a vibe. Bowmasters can kill their Bowmasters and deploy a blocker, which actually is going to be the move, I think. So I can Crucius and then minus. I'll discard the Thoughtseize that I conjured from them. Alright, here we go. Target them. No discard, we do get to take something. It's another Thoughtseize, that's hilarious. And we will end turn discarding Thoughtseize. Let's go Greater. Liquimetal's on Ideal. Okay, so they go in like this. We're gonna attack, draw, and discard. Let's Bowmasters their thing. Alright, so now this deals a little bit with their Room Bearer status. And we are going to attempt to not die here. The question is, do I have a good 3-drop? And actually, a good 3-drop would be the Crucius that's about to die. Then this begs the question, do I want to trade my Bowmasters for this Nazgul? Honestly, I almost think the answer is yes. This is a difficult decision for me. I think ultimately, I'm going to say no, I don't want to do that. I'll just block like this. It'll be a chump block. They can have their Nazgul. The Bowmasters is the thing that makes this a lot better. So we get to get Crucius back here. We get to have a Shieldred out now. Here's Crucius. We can attack with Jarsel now. Get a little bit of damage in. Now Jarsel is just like much less valuable. Get rid of the second Thoughtseize. We just have so many of these things. I think I kind of need to look for another land here. Or a Karn. A Karn is probably the thing that gets me out of this the quickest. Another Bowmasters is good. We gotta just block here. That's not great. That's very bad, actually. So we need to draw some cards here if possible. So they go in like this. Sure. So they got that. Now we have a blocker. That's huge. And then I can trade a Crucius for this Nazgul, actually, which is good. Huge. Okay, so now we find our Karn. That's awesome. So it's Karn, and then... Oh, well, if I had kept my Crucius around, I'd be able to Karn plus Orcish. Now I simply have to Crucius plus Orcish Bowmasters. Okay, we'll go to our end step. End turn, and this will be discarding Thoughtseize. And I think we'll go lesser. I'm going to try to pick up a land here. Every turn they don't deal with Shieldred is good for me. Okay, we go Orcish Bowmasters in. Put them to 10. We lose Karn, most likely. Yep. The Decayed zombies come in. I gotta remember how Decayed works. It is when it attacks, it sacrifices. Yeah, so that was actually not... This is a much scarier looking board than it actually is with 4 creatures. Okay, we were able to take game 4. Let's hop into our final round and see if we can win it. Here we go. Okay, final round coming up. We have black-green only. So 2 of our red cards are dead here. I think I have to mulligan this. Fatal Push and Bowmasters is like kind of a strong start, but if we just never get red, we're going to be in a whole world of hate. So we found a worse hand. No black and a lot of black cards. So that means we go to 5 and we probably take even a bad hand there. I'm just going to be looking for lands here. I think we'll basically take anything that's not a 1-lander at this point. Alright. We have to mull. This is a fine hand, I think. Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, or do we want Jarsel? I think we want Jarsel. So, oh, I did not think about the Dragon School Summit being a tapped land. Okay, so it's a Thoughtseize on 2, Jarsel on 3. Okay, so this is, I believe, just a Infect deck. Oh, it's actually not that. That's crazy. Clan Collar is the thing that I want dead. Okay. Glad they spent their turn doing that. We get another Thoughtseize. Visionary, that's not awesome. Fierce Empath is like kind of annoying. I guess it is their best turn 3 play and it is card advantage, so I'll take Fierce Empath. We want to keep them far away from their late game payoffs. I can Thoughtseize again. I'll just swing in and see if they want to make that trade. Sweet. Like that. So now we have Jarsel this turn. That means next turn we get Terra Sunder kicked and a Thoughtseize. Alright, so I can at least take their Visionary. That's not terrible. Oh, Fatal Push is good though. Yeah, Fatal Push Thoughtseize, anyone? That seems pretty solid. Ooh, I could actually oh, I can't Fatal Push these because I didn't have anything leave the battlefield. Do I care about Woodland Mystic, though? I don't think I do. I'd rather just Thoughtseize away their card and make them hellbent. Alright, so we've done quite a lot of damage to ourselves. That's the one worrying thing right now, but hopefully we can find a way to get out of it. Opponent's in top deck mode, and so are we functionally. We have one removal spell for whatever they're going to be doing. Nothing to do here. We can actually... Can we loop Jarsels? I've actually never done this. I guess you can if I'm reading the rules right. So if that's the case... Oh, I would love to just loop Terra Sunders. If I can find Liquid Metal Coating, then Terra Sundering something would be good. I'm going to start to try to hit their mana a little bit. I don't want them to draw into their top end and just be able to play it. Zeator's Proving Ground. So let's see if this Jarsel thing works. Beginning of combat. Oh, he's just tier 2 right now. Well, unfortunately, this has no targets, right? Oh, I can cast it with Kicker. That's too good. I didn't know that was possible. So we kill this then, and then we just try to go in with our Jarsel. And then we'll cycle Zeator's Proving Ground this turn. Okay, and then... Yeah, so next turn it's going to be Jarsel cast Jarsel. They get to attack? They don't. Interesting. Alright, we do find a land. A Braid is good. We'll let this enter taps. Move the combat. Jarsel cast Jarsel. Oh, I guess they don't reset their perpetualness. That's kind of funny. Let's keep the one with 2 on it. That means that we get to recast Terra Sunder, which is good. I think that I'd like to just abrade something now. It's whatever. And yeah, this way we can kind of keep them in check here. Alright, cool. We'll just Terra Sunder their Elvish Clan Caller. Move to combat. Terra Sunder. And actually, you know what? I could just do the Abrade. The Abrade is the less valuable card overall. And then if we attack here and they attempt to double block, then we get to Abrade and blow them out. Block like that, and we will kill this Woodland Mystic. And now they're just back to the Stone Age. All we gotta do is survive with our 3/3 against whatever they can play with 4 mana. Well, that's slightly annoying because that thing can perpetually block our Jarsel. I say we pass this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my old Jarsel into the graveyard. Actually, you know what? This doesn't matter at all. I was going to try to be cute and see if I could reanimate a Jarsel, or like keep a Jarsel with 4 counters on it for a Karn later. But now Jarsel's just a 3/3 functionally. We've gotten all the possible use out of him. Kind of a decent card, actually. There's a reason that the Kethis combo deck plays him so much. Clan Caller is not a card I like to see. Bowmasters is. I think we swing in. No, it doesn't matter how we swing in. So I can ambush with Bowmasters to kill both creatures potentially. Let me make sure I resolve this first. King. And we'll do the next one at face, I think. No good attacks for them. Here's Karn finally. Karn, get Liquid Metal Coating, call it a day.
You will not threaten this world.
In their upkeep, we are going to Liquid Metal Coating, and I guess I'm going to get this land out. Let's see. So attacks-wise, what do we want to do? Nothing is good, so we just stay here. We'll end turn in their upkeep. We are going to essentially use this as a Rashad import to turn off one of their lands. Cool. Unless they have Collected Company in their upkeep, it's good. So now they have 3 mana to make a play instead of 4. A little bit of Karn tech there if you haven't seen it before. We get another Visionary trigger. This is another damage to the face. Orc army's getting big. Okay, so now I think we'll just start to constrict. I have actually a lot of mana. I'm going to have 8 here. I'm going to plus Karn until I get to my 9th land, and then I will, I'll use, what is it called? Portal to Phyrexia to wipe my opponent's board. For now, I think we're just kind of chilling here. And it's actually notable that Jarsel does not increase his intensity unless he casts something. Dollar Greeters, this is some life for them. It's also a 1/1 counter potentially. They're storing some mana here that is annoying to me. We do find our 9th thing, so we can artifact, get a Portal to Phyrexia, cast Portal. Now things are looking good for us. Tough situation for my opponent. I think they keep their Snarecaster and 1 Gala Greeters. Yep, that makes sense. And then we get to attack pretty freely for a total of 6, see if they want to take it. I'm not really worried about Karn here. Even if Karn were to die, it'd be fine. Ooh, so they're going to kill my Bowmasters. Okay. That means they will get Karn, unfortunately. So that was a bit of a misplay. We're going to get things back with Portal, so it's good. But, like, yeah, that does kind of feel a little oopsie-like. I think Gallagritas is a 1/1, though, so I can just kill it now. So I'm going to go to my graveyard, get a Bowmasters. We're going to kill the Gallagritas, and now we just continue to go face. Thoughtseize, dead card right now. We do get a Karn back, lovely. I forgot that that was a thing. Go Jarsel. Alright, and we were able to kind of follow our way backwards into a win there. Pretty fun deck here. Would definitely recommend giving it a try. This is a complete meta play on the prevalence of the One Ring. However, you've seen that in some of these matchups. We actually do have some good games with this deck. Notable inclusion is Jarsel. I've been really liking this card. If you can build your deck correctly around a sequence of specific mana curve, then Jarsel is actually a pretty popular card, or a pretty powerful card at that. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. That's the video. If you want to support the channel, you can drop a like on the video to show your support, or if you're new here, subscribe for more videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Other than that, that is it for me. Hope you have a good one, and I will see you later. Peace out.